Hey everybody, Dhylles Victoria here. Welcome to my channel. Hope everyone's doing well today. So I decided that I wanted to just start doing the YouTube channel to talk about life. 42 years old, been through a lot, not new to the game of life, and I'm enjoying this experience and journey called life. And I've been through so much shit. So I just wanted to just talk about it and just help people. I'm doing this because my heart, spirit, soul is telling me, spirit, God, angels, source, higher power, whoever you believe in, is telling me to share my life with people who may be going through specific things. And I know there's a whole bunch of other people on here sharing their lives too, but everyone has a different experience, a different outlook of how they go about surviving specific things, overcoming specific traumas, and things like that. So that's what I'll be sharing here. I'll be sharing my life trauma, my triggers, as well as how I dealt with various forms of abuse, losing babies to transitioning from straight to gay, transitioning from employee to entrepreneur, transitioning from New York to Savannah, Georgia, and just all around evolving into the person that I am today, and what that process and journey looked like, felt like, tasted like, smelled like, all those things that come into it, as well as my spiritual journey, because I'm on a really, really deep spiritual journey right now. And it started last year, and I'm embracing it, but some days are just like, whoa, and other days are like, yay. So I want to share all that shit with you guys on my channel, and in hopes that someone or a whole bunch of people get something out of it. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a human being who is a light worker, empath, healer, manifester, intuitive, that I feel things, I know things, I see things, and I don't feel, know, and see them with these eyes. I feel them and see them and know them with this here and that there and crown chakra, all that stuff. And so it's just been an amazing, honest, crazy ass, brutal, rewarding journey called life. And we're all on that journey, right? So might as well just share the information. So this is what my channel is going to be based on. I still don't know what the hell I'm calling it yet. I think I'm just going to call it enjoying this experience called life. That's what I'm going to call it, and see how that works and plays out. So a little bit about my background. I said I'm 42. I just turned 42 back in February. My birthday is February 6th, like Bob Marley and Ronald Reagan. And I think Joshua Gabor. I still have to Google that one. So we'll see. I was born in New York City, in Harlem. And by the time I was weeks old, my mother sent me to Belize, Central America, to live with my grandparents, because I guess she couldn't really take care of me. She needed to work and she didn't have a babysitter and all those things. So, that was pretty much a struggle and sacrifice on her part. So I thank my mom a lot for that, because that's crazy to just, give up your child to want to have the best for them. And so I was in Belize from 2 weeks old to about 4 years old. Then I came back to New York between 4 and I guess 14, 10 years in New York. And I went through tumultuous forms of abuse. And so I'm going to share all that and get more deeper into it about the abuse and what took place. And I lived in New York. I've lived in Boston. I lived in Chicago, lived in Connecticut. I was a flight attendant. I was married at a young age. I got married at 21. I got married again at 34. And then I'm getting married again at 42. I was with men for 20 years, and I was so unaware, not conscious, detached, disconnected, anything you could possibly think of, where I wasn't seeing with the third eye to know that my preference of choice was women. But at the time, who the fuck knew? I didn't know. Well, actually, no, a lot of people said that they did know when I came out. They were like, oh, we were just waiting on you. And I'm like, well, shit, you ain't give me the memo. I had no idea. So I'll get into that as well. And so, lived in New York, did the whole New York thing. However, in my spirit and my energy, just being on the trains and the buses and just being in crowded spaces, because who's ever been to New York, who's lived in New York, know that motherfucker is crazy, busy. It's just expensive, everything. And so I wasn't able to spiritually feel and know what was taking place because it was too much noise. And I didn't realize why I was getting sick on a train all the time. I was always in fight or flight mode and would have really bad anxiety, just like nausea, wanting to throw up. Just I felt lost and I felt like I was going crazy. But that's the life worker impact for me because I was just absorbing everyone's energy and channeling whatever spirit or whatever the hell is going on in the train or in the buses and things like that. I'll get into that as well. And so, for me, I've always been a person to unconsciously listen to intuition, guides, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever, because they were always there. So I've always been the person to just pick up and just go somewhere else. A lot of people said, you're running away from your problems, yada, 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 the whole fucking yakety smackety. I'll get into that as well. How to tune people out, how to cue people with kindness, and how to lead with compassion. All of those things I'll be talking about on here. And, it was tough at times, but it was also rewarding at times. All the lessons that I learned, all the relationships that I've been in with both men and women, polyamorous relationship I was in, I'll get into that as well, to just going through like a really, really downward spiral when I hit rock bottom and had to like get back up, near-death experiences, losing babies, like I can go on and on and on. So anyway, that's what I'll be talking about on enjoying this experience called life, because it is a motherfucking experience and a half, and just being real, raw, honest, and transparent, and giving you different ways of how you can deal with overcoming struggles and situations that you find yourself in or find yourself in knots, if that's even, no, that's not a damn sentence, that you find yourself in and you don't know how to get out of it, where to go, who to turn to, who to speak to, whatever the case may be. If you're on a spiritual path, what that looks like, feels like, all that stuff. If you're an empath, if you're a light worker, what that feels like. If you know how to find out if you're channeling from the other side or the unknown, how to go through that whole process there. So I'll be talking about all that stuff. So in all, I'll be talking about enjoying this journey called life. Enjoying this experience called life, because it's a motherfucking experience to say the least. And I'm going to be very real, raw, authentic, transparent as possible with you guys. And I just want to make sure that I help someone or someone's heal and go through the process of what they need to go through, where they're no longer afraid to stand up and be honest about their truth and, stand in their greatness and stand in it, like just rock with your power. You know what I mean? And just helping someone that may be thinking about, ending their life or jumping off a bridge or whatever because they don't feel like they're being heard. People who are afraid to speak, afraid to use their voice. This right here, your throat chakra, express yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is going to be about. And I'm going to come to you really real and honest and transparent. And sometimes I may even get emotional if my spirit moves me to do so. And that's okay, because I want you to know that you are perfect, whole, and complete just the way you are, and you are loved, and you are valued, you are supported, and I'm here to encourage you to move however you want to move in your life, because at the end of the day, it's your life, and you create your destiny with the help of guides and ancestors and God and higher power and source and universe with that help, because everything's energy based, whether you believe it or not. It is energy based. So that's what I'm talking about on my channel. Ooh, ooh. And I'll be drinking on something, either salsa water or actually tea. And sometimes the air in here, I might have to turn off the air conditioner because my allergies are going to start acting up. Anywho, that's me, Dhylles Victoria. Hope you guys like what you see. And like I said, I'm just going to keep it very real, raw, and honest with everything that I will be talking about that is pertaining to my life, so that I can help you be the best that you can be in your life, right? So I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.